What's up, Blue Hedgehog Nation? This is PCS Ray Blue Hedgehog 26, aka Mr. D Newells. I hope everybody's doing well this morning because I am too. Before you watch today's episode of the IMSA podcast, I have several announcements to cover, and whatever I don't cover in this video before we get to the IMSA podcast, I will try to cover it on the Triple P show as far as that's concerned. The first of which, I want to apologize for the language that was said in the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. I know that was kind of not what I wanted to say on Twitch is when I did it, so I want to tell you guys I'm really sorry about what happened, but, at the same time, I was kind of getting frustrated, with how our team has been performing the last several races in Season 1, so, I think the frustration just kicked over, so I just really do apologize about the frustration, and hopefully you all understand and forgive me, which I know a lot of you will, and all that, so. Having said that, the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode is going to be back around October, November-ish, because of the fact there's going to be another update that's coming, next month with the IMSA circuit, and also in November the Saudi Arabia circuit, so that way you guys will definitely enjoy as far as those races are concerned. So, having said that, Triple P will be later this afternoon because of the fact that everybody in my house has already gone back to work with the exception of myself because I'm off on Mondays and I don't work Mondays as far as that's concerned. So that's like a big positive as far as that's concerned. But I'm going to ask you all for a little favor, because I really need to ask if you guys can add me on Cash App. I will put my account name down in the description, because I really need some money to not only get my insurance taken care of, but I also really need gas so I can go to work and all that. So if you guys want to download Cash App and want to send me some cash, my cash tag name is down in the description. It don't matter how much money you guys have in your account. You can just send me as much money as I can before I get paid from work as far as that's concerned. Finally, I just want to say I hope you all did enjoy the Season 1 of the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode, because it was a lot of fun, and, with Portugal at Portimao already out, this recent update, I hope Imola and Saudi Arabia will be fun as well, and on the NR side of things, races for 2022 were already 13 races into their season. I could end up taking like the rest of this year off as far as the races are concerned, for that series, and carry it over to 2022. For the Diva Series, I don't know when I'm going to get that restarted. I'm probably going to wait until, I want to say, the beginning of November, late October, early November, to resume that season for the Diva Series, the TMSRA Diva Series, as well as the CRLA Diva Series as well, because they've only completed, 6 or 7 races. I haven't checked my laptop, but you probably know. So I'm just taking it a series at a time and a race at a time, so that way I'm not getting a little stressed out as far as that's concerned. So yeah, and also, if you are not aware of the announcement, as far as Triple P is concerned, we are going to finally have panelists back as far as that's concerned. So, and last thing real quickly before the show starts, if you guys want to be a part of Triple P, because if, in case you're not aware, the PCS Race server that we have on this channel, or excuse me, the PCS Race server that we have on Discord, not on this channel. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I know it's late. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning as I'm doing this recording before the show. The PCS Race server is going to be deleted at the end of this year because we're going to be moving over to the new BHRA server with all my new stuff, and that will be going into effect starting January 1st of 2022. So if you guys want a link to that, you can also click on the channel icon. It'll take you to that new server, or if you want to join, you can also do it down in the description down below. I will also talk to you guys about the walkthrough in another video later on down the road when I feel like it. But hopefully you guys will definitely enjoy the walkthrough update. I'll probably announce it on Twitch later on today, by the time you're watching this video, it'll be already out. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys understand the situation, and do apologize for what happened in the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode at the end of Season 1 for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So that being said, please enjoy the IMSA podcast. Hopefully you'll enjoy the show. If you did, don't forget to drop it a like. Comment down below what your thoughts about all the announcements and all that. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, I recommend you do so you guys can help me reach 300 subs. So with that being said, please enjoy the IMSA podcast, and I will see you all later. Ta-ta for now.
This is the PCS Array Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. We now interrupt your regular scheduled programming for the following sports special. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the International Motorsports Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast, retransmission or other dissemination or the use of this broadcast, descriptions or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the International Motorsports Association is prohibited. On the PCS Array Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Welcome to the IMSA podcast presented by Toyota. Now with the call of today's show, here's the voice of the PCS Array, Daniel Voiles.
Good Monday morning, everybody, and welcome here to the IMSA podcast on the PCS Array Radio Network, the Blue Hedgehog TV. As today is the first of 2 shows that we have planned for you today, and we're excited to have you with us for this awesome day. So, apologies for not getting this out to you guys last weekend because, well, stuff has happened, and I just want to get this taken care of. Plus, we also have another show with the Overwatch League podcast, which will be coming up right after this. When we go into commercial break. So we'll get everything set up for that, and we're definitely looking forward to that. So anyway, welcome to the IMSA podcast and the Overwatch League podcast. So, yeah, we'll have the IMSA outro after the Overwatch League podcast. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the results of this race weekend from Laguna Seca from the 12th of September. Ricky Taylor, Felipe Albuquerque won Daytona Prototypes. Ringer van der Zande and Kevin Magnussen got second. Pippo Durrani, Felipe Nasser third. Oliver Pla and Cameron fourth. Harry Tinkle, Oliver Jarvis fifth. Luke Duvall, Tristan Vautier finished in sixth. Mikael Jensen, Ben Keating won LMP2. Gabriel Auberly, John Ferrano second. Tristan Nunez, Stephen Thompson third. Ryan Delez and Dwight Marion got third. Nick Tanny, Tommy Miller won GT Le Mans. Antonio Garcia, Jordan Taylor second. Matt Campbell and Cooper McNeil complete the podium for that. Then the top 10 results for the GT Daytona class. Lorenz Van der Root and Zachary Robichon got the win. Brian Sellers, Madison Snow second. Patrick Long, Trent Henman third. Bill Overland, Robert Foley fourth. Ross Gunn, Roman DeAngelis fifth. Jack Hawksworth, Aaron Tellez sixth. Jeff Westphal, Richard Highstand seventh. Catherine Legg, Robert Ferroli eighth. Andy Lally, John Potter ninth. Zach Veach, Frankie Montechavolo complete the top 10 in that race. It was a good race at Mazda Raceway Laguna, or not Mazda, excuse me, WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. It's been a while since I've done this show, so please bear with me. And yeah, I gave that weekend an 8.7 out of 10. So yeah. Not a whole lot of news other than BMW has confirmed Delara as the LMDH chassis supplier for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship for the 2022 or 23 season when they start in the Rolex 24 at Daytona. No surprises there as far as that is concerned. I'm going to check some other IMSA news and all that right now on my phone. As we're definitely looking forward to that. Looks like they have not updated something important. Any other news is that Olympic medalist Raj Benjamin will serve the Grand Marshal at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, which we'll talk about Long Beach in just a second. Of course, that is a really cool announcement, and we do look forward to that. Some other news since we were last with you on this show, as Porsche is changing in GT Daytona. The plaid Porsche, which that was their paint scheme with Lorenz van der Root and Zeki Robertson. That's what they ran in as they have made a recovery from a lost 2020 season when the Canadian team only competed 2 races. So what a difference a year can make for those awesome teams. Also, Hayden Wilkins got second leads BHA sweep in TCR at WeatherTech Raceway. Hayden also got the win in Grand Sports, so congratulations to them. I really feel like this was a good deal. Of course, we also had the new Lexus safety car for the IMSA race that we just had, so we're definitely looking forward to that. Also, you can get a multiple award autograph by a driver, which you still have time to get that taken care of, so we're definitely looking forward to that. Not a whole lot of news in the IMSA podcast, but we're going to preview the race that was supposed to be back in April, but because of the COVID-19 travel restriction, the race was postponed to now, which is Long Beach. Long Beach is really going to be a race I think we're definitely looking forward to, and I think it's going to be exciting to see how Long Beach is going to be on the calendar, and looking forward to what will be a very exciting race. And I know Long Beach is really a fun little circuit because, it's on the same weekend as IndyCar, which IndyCar will have their season finale so far, and it should be a lot of fun. For a further debrief on the IndyCar deal, tune into the Triple P show later this afternoon, whenever I wake up. And hope you'll join us for that, and I'll have panelists join me for that show. It is a 100-minute race at Long Beach, and as I said, this race was supposed to have been in April, but travel restrictions postponed this race due to COVID-19 restrictions. So let me go ahead and give you my keys to the race for this track. This is a 100-minute race. It's a sprint race. Got to take care of the car. Of course, it's a street circuit, and one of the best places is watching the cars race through the fountain section, which is one of the best sections, if you know what I mean, and should be interesting to see how they do and all that. pit strategy is key, and also make sure you don't go three wide through that final corner because three wide's never a good idea, and it's a really tight corner. So hopefully these drivers can take it easy as far as that is concerned. So yeah, the drivers that can do that and all that good stuff and stay out of trouble will definitely win this race. And after this weekend after this weekend, we will have our cover. We will preview the season finale, the Petit Le Mans, for the final round of the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. That will be next Monday, same time in the morning. So we're definitely looking forward to that. So normally we would be getting ready to wrap up the broadcast, but as I said before, we have another show that will need to be taken care of right now. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to seeing a good race at Long Beach as we're on the penultimate episode of the IMSA podcast. The IMSA podcast, by the way, 9 a.m. Eastern Time next Monday as we'll recap Long Beach. We'll preview the Petit Le Mans, the 10-hour race, and of course it's the final race of the Tequila Patron Endurance Cup. And we'll figure out who will be the champions in that regard. So, we're going to take a commercial break, and on the other side of the break, we will have the Overwatch League podcast, and you'll get to see that right after this. Radio Network is powered by Chartered Spectrum. This is the PCS Array Radio Network.
On the PCS Array Sports Network from Learfield IMG College, IMSA Podcast has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, and by Chevrolet. Thanks for joining us for the IMSA Podcast. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation on the PCS Array Sports Network. Copyright 2021 by the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association and the International Motorsports Association Incorporates.
This promotional announcement today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Join Nathan Norman, Zachary Taylor, Cody Smart, and myself for Triple P. We'll recap Aston, Bristol, and Laguna Seca of the IndyCar Series. We'll give you our ratings and our opinions on what we thought was a good weekend. We'll take you through the top story news. We'll give you our This Day in History and so much more. Sean Art will talk about how the final 7 weeks as the NASCAR Pit Stop Show panelist will be before he joins Triple P. And we look ahead to Las Vegas, which is the first round playoffs for Xfinity, the Trucks and Cup second round of the playoffs, the Russian Grand Prix, and so much more. Predictions and final thoughts. That's Triple P today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time live on YouTube. Now please enjoy the Overwatch League podcast.
On the PCS Array Sports Network. From Learfield IMG College, this is the Overwatch League podcast presented by Oreos. Here's the voice of the PCS Array, Daniel Voiles.
Can you believe next week is our final episode to conclude season 1 of this great podcast that I came up with around this time last year, which is really surprising to tell you the truth because I really didn't expect to be on this journey. But we're here for the penultimate episode of the Overwatch League podcast. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. A lot has happened since we were last with you guys. We had, of course, the tournament, which, by the way, the Countdown Cup was already done. We had the play-in tournament that took place back on week number 21, and I have the final scores from you so far. It was a 3-0 shutout win for Washington over Paris. Toronto 3, Boston 0. Philadelphia beat Hanzu Sparks 3-1. Philadelphia then beat Seoul 3-0. San Francisco 3, Toronto 0. And Washington 3, Houston 2. Which brings us to the postseason. it so far. So here is how this is going to work, and I'm going to read this nice and easily. In the Western region, comprising the Atlanta Reign, the Boston Uprising, Dallas Fuel, Florida Mayhem, Houston Outlaws, London Spitfire, Los Angeles Gladiators, Paris Eternal, San Francisco Shock, Toronto Defiant, Vancouver Titans, and Washington Justice. Any team I did not mention has now been eliminated. We'll go through the final standings, if you know what I mean. The three teams that finish the regular season with the most league points will directly qualify for the playoff bracket. In the East region, which includes the Chengdu Hunters, the Gansu Sparks, Ganzhou Charge, Hanzhou Sparks, Los Angeles Valiant, New York Excelsior, which is New York E, Philadelphia Fusion, Shanghai Dragons, and Seoul Dynasty. The two teams with the most regular season league points will earn a spot as well. The other three berths will be determined through the online single elimination region, which that's what they took place. That was what we just went through, 439, blah, 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 blah. Once the 8 playoff teams are finalized, they will be seeded into the double elimination playoff bracket based on their overall points earned and placement, which begins next week in Project Aloha in Honolulu, Hawaii. So, yes. So the double elimination playoff bracket will produce 2 teams that will compete for the 2021 Overwatch League Championship, taking place on the 25th. So, yeah. Let's tell you the teams who made it into the playoff bracket. First, let's give you the final standings. I forgot to do this. So the final standings, after everything was done, let's see. Dallas had the number 1 seed, LA Gladiators 2, Atlanta 3, San Francisco Shock 4, Houston 5, Washington 6, Toronto 7, Paris 8, Boston 9th, and then it was Florida 10, London 11th, and Vancouver 12th. Shanghai was the number 1 seed in the East, Chengdu Hunters 2nd, Seoul Dynasty 3rd, Philadelphia 4th, Hanzhou Spark, New York E was 6th, Zoo Charge 7th, LA Valiant had no points in that regard. So there you go. Now, here are the playoff brackets. And this will be a fun little tournament, which means on the 25th will be the championship so far, which is we're looking forward to that. And like I said, next Monday is our season finale. Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? The season finale of the Overwatch League podcast, as we say farewell to this awesome show. So, starting off with match 1, we got a lot of matches coming up. We have all the teams. So, who made it into the bracket? We have the Shanghai Dragons. They'll take on the San Francisco Shock at 9 o'clock local, 9 o'clock, I believe, central. The Philadelphia Seoul, or Fusion, excuse me, will take on the Los Angeles Gladiators, 7:30 local. 6 o'clock, we will start with Dallas and Washington. And then Atlanta will take on the Chengdu Hunters. Winners will move on to the winners bracket at 6 and 7:30 p.m. The losers will be in the losers bracket. The losing 2 teams in the losers bracket will be eliminated. They will play the match 6 loser will take on the match 7 winner. Winner will move on to fight another day. Loser sees their season go to an end. Same with match 5 and match 8. And then we go to the semis. We'll be down to 4 teams on the 23rd at 6 p.m. Match 5, match 6 winners will play. Winner will go to the championship. Will go to the grand finals. Loser will go to I believe the losers bracket. Yeah, they will go to the losers bracket. And then match 12 will have the 10 and 11 winners from the matches. Winning team moves on. Loser will go home. Then we'll have an elimination match between the match 9 loser and the match 12 winner. Winner goes to the championship round. Loser goes home, and then we will have the championship on the 25th. The winners will win a snot load over $1 million in prize money. And it's a big accomplishment. So, in that regard. So, yeah. Definitely looking forward to the final matches. We'll tell you who advanced, who got eliminated, and all that good stuff. So, we're going to keep you updated on what's coming up, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Congratulations to the 8 teams who made it into what I call the greatest tournament in all of tournaments, the Overwatch League playoffs. For the teams that got eliminated, congrats on a great season, and best of luck next season. So, for Atlanta, Chengdu, Washington, Dallas, Philadelphia, Los Angeles Gladiators, Shanghai, and San Francisco, may the better team prevail. Will San Francisco go 3 in a row, or will somebody pull off the upset of the century and get the victory? The answers to all those questions you'll find out on next Monday. But thank you all for watching the Overwatch League podcast and also the IMSA podcast. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like, comment here to give us your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't yet to become part of the PCS Array crew today. And yeah, that's about it for me. Thank you for watching. I'm Dean DeVos, aka PCS Array Blue Hedgehog 26, signing off. Until next week for the season finale of the Overwatch League podcast. We'll see you guys later on. Till then, it's goodbye and see you next time.